Maupay nga kulog siya nga tanan. Maupay nga kulog. Okay. Medyo pare-pareho lang sila. Pero nagkakaiba lang subject matter din. It's about immorality. Pero still about corruption. Morality caused by corrupt mind. And how many high schools do we have in our District 1? District 1. How many? High school, junior high or senior high? 3. Sa District 2? 2. District 3? Okay. I think this material, we can use this for the high schoolers, because once you will learn this afternoon about this, magagamit ninyo ito lalo na sa mga high schools. Pwede rin magagamit sa mga grade 5 and grade 6, pero they are too early to learn, pero mas maganda din meron silang idea na. Pero especially to those junior high and senior high, talaga ito kailangan. Noon, yung grade 11 and 12, hindi ba first year college na yan? First year college na noon. Yung mga senior high. First year college, second year college na. Pero ngayon, binabaan sila sa grade 11 and grade 12. And in this subject, I'd like to inform you about the sources of moral guidance. Moral guidance is based on reason and on the scriptures. This is moral guidance. Pero pagtanggalin natin yung scriptures, hindi na yung matatawag na moral guidance. Why? It becomes only ethics. If it is only based on reason, when we talk about what is right and what is wrong, it is only ethics, and we understand ethics. Sabi ni Mr. Kagumok, our CID chief, ethics are smaller than ducks. Yan ang sinabi niya. But many times we are talking about right and wrong. But when the Bible or the scriptures is being cut or pag aalisin natin yun, hindi na yung moral guidance, because moral guidance is based on these two aspects, based on reason and on the scriptures. Now, a human act is an act that is deliberately performed by one possessed of reason. It is done freely and knowingly. Meron akong example doon. Sinabi ng pulis sa isang tao na nakaka-violate, bakit ginawa mo yung crime mo? Sabi ng Juan, sir, pasensya na sir, hubog manggod ako. Pero actually, sinabi ng pulis, o sige, jump off, lukso ka. Sir, may pangili sir, direct malukso. Correct singo, bisan hubog nga yan, maharam siya. Kaya hadlok man siya mahulog sa bangin. So, now, doon what is right and what is wrong, alam ng tao yun. It is done freely and knowingly. And this is about human act. Hindi natin sasabihin, hindi natin alam na actually, according to the law, ignorance of the law excuses no one. Now, I'd like to inform you dahil we are talking about pagiging moral. Ano? Can you say after me, I am a moral person. Okay, durungan kita. I am a moral person. Kaya lang merong subject matter na immoral dahil lumabas na yun. That person is going beyond the edge. Okay, so, since this is about morality, we will base some of those views on what God says. Now, God's view on sex. Number one, God created sex. Can we read it? Okay, durungan kita. Okay, ready, go.
God created sex. Genesis chapter 1, verse 27. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God he created him. Male and female he created them.
Okay, that is God's view on sex. God created sex. Sabihin, hindi masama nagiging babae tayo at naging lalaki tayo. And there is no evil in it because God created sex. And God wanted us to enjoy sex. Pero, mayroon pang ibang view. Okay? Number 2, can you read it?
God designed sex for the sacred union of marriage. Hebrews chapter 13, verse 4. Marriage is honorable among all, and the bed and undefiled, but fornicators and adulterers God will judge.
Okay, what is the purpose of sex? Okay, God designed sex for sacred union of marriage. Yun ang purpose. Pag alam natin yun, alam natin kung saan natin gagamitin yung sex. So, sex should be used in the context of marriage. Hindi outside. Okay. Kaya meron tayong sinasabi na anak sa labas. O meron tayong mga expression like nagkakabilang buhay, nagkakabilang bahay. Okay. So, if you know the purpose of marriage or sex, and this is God's view. Now, it means that with children in marriage, children are conceived dahil sa sex, marital intimacy is expressed and cultivated. Yun. Diyan sa sex na yun, tinatawag yun na marital intimacy. Now, another view. Sa paningin ito ng Diyos, sa paningin ito ng Bible. Okay, hindi sa paningin ng tao. Because any man has his own view. But God has his own view based upon the scriptures, the Bible. Kaya yung tinatawag natin na moral guidance ay magiging moral lang, kumpleto. Not only based on reason, but also based on the scriptures. Okay. Kaya nagkukot tayo ng Bible verses. Sexual, okay? Ready, go.
Sexual immorality is forbidden. 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 3. For this is the will of God, your sanctification, that you should abstain from sexual immorality.
And what is sexual immorality according to the scriptures? Okay. Okay. Ako na magbasa. Sexual immorality are the following practices. Una, homosexuality, adultery, concubinage, fornication, or premarital sex. Now, to the fairness of those who call themselves, teka muna. Bakit na ano yun? Okay, kana yun. Okay. Okay, to the fairness of those we can see in appearance they are homosexuals. I have interviewed some of those homosexuals. Sabi nila, hindi naman sila practicing homosexuals according to them. Feminine type lang sila ang yung pagkatao nila at they control their passions towards men at kaya nilang gawin yun lalo na sa mga educated people. Okay. Adultery. Yung adultery is a crime committed by a woman, and concubinage is a crime committed by a woman committed by a married woman. Okay? Yung ang ibig sabihin kung may asawa na lalaki, that is adultery. Pag may asawa na babae, concubinage yung crime nila. Ha? Balikat? Oh, diyan. Yung concubinage sa lalaki pala. Yung adultery sa babae. Okay, yung pag lalaki, pag babae, adultery, and concubinage, yun ang babae. Okay. Tama ka. Okay. Okay. Now, fornication naman, at saka yung premarital sex. Pag we orient our young people not to engage this, maiiwasan natin yung teenage pregnancy. Oh. Now, another one. Kindly read it. Chastity. Well, okay. Yung tinatawag ni illicit, ibig sabihin illegal, not authorized. Not authorized sexual pleasures. So, wag tayong gagawa ng isang bagay na not authorized dahil tinatawag yun na illicit sexual pleasure. Okay. For by it, man exercise control over the body by the spiritual faculties of the mind and the will. Actually, binigyan tayo ni Lord ng willpower. Whatever temptation, kinokontrol natin. Dahil nagtitiwala si Lord sa atin. Is that right? Is that right? Nagtitiwala si Lord sa atin. It preserves man's innate dignity by keeping him from the selfish and degrading indulgence in the pleasures forbidden by him by natural law. Okay. Dignity. Lahat ng mga tao ay mayroong dignidad. Pag gumagawa tayo ng mga practices na hindi ayon sa law or sa Bible, anong mangyari? Nawawala yung dignity natin. So we are dignified educators. Okay. Mag-usap tayo sa responsible sexual behavior ngayon. When we talk about sexual behavior, has to do with intense thoughts, feelings, and desires that can be very pleasurable and exciting. They can also be hurtful and damaging. Tingnan mo yung lalaki doon. Nakikita niya yung babae na nagtitext. Pero yung isip niya, habang tumitingin sa babae, it is an intense thoughts, feelings, and desires. Now, It is always right to take care of our own bodies, and it is always right to refrain from harming others. It will take character and courage to do what is right. Say after me, character.
Character.
Pag meron kang character, alam mo na kung ano dapat mong gagawin. Thought and action. Dito na tayo dahil kung meron mang nangyayaring immorality, dahil nagsisimula yon sa thought bago nagiging action. So ito, God requires purity not only in our outward dealings with self and others, but also in regard to the inner life of our souls. Merong verse si Jesus na sinabi niya, Matthew chapter 5 verse 28. But I say to you that whoever looks at a woman to lust for her has already committed adultery within her in his heart. One time, tinatanong ako sa misis ko, si Banji, hindi, na-attract ka ba sa ibang babae? Sinabi ko sa kanya, of course, mayroon pa rin ako attraction sa ibang babae. I would like to be honest to you. Ewan ko kung yung ibang mga lalaki nito, kung magiging honest pa rin sila. Pero, of course, sabi ko sa kanya, sabi niya sa akin, huwag ka din maging attracted ng iba. Everyone, the Lord put feelings to everyone. Kaya, yung woman or a man can be attracted to each other. Pero huwag kang mag-aalala sa akin dahil Bible reader ako. Ang big sabihin, nagbabasa ako ng Biblia at kinokontrol na ni Kristo yung puso ko. So, Jesus has controlled my heart at the Holy Spirit is controlling my mind. So, huwag kang mag-aalala. The Holy Spirit has a control over me, over my life. Dahil yung tinatawag na passion, yung dito in New King James kasi ito eh. Ang ibig sabihin, yung tinatawag King James version, iba ito, modernized na ito. Pero ginagamit pa rin yung tinatawag na lust. Meaning, a strong desire. It is a passion. Yun ang pwedeng kukontrolin ni Kristo. Kaya, kailangan din natin meron tayong regular Bible reading para meron siyang palaging everyday control sa atin. Dito tayo. Looks at a woman. How many minutes na allowed ang mga lalaki to look at a woman? How many minutes? 1 minute? 1 second? Oh, 5 minutes? Okay. Now, pag tumitingin ang lalaki sa isang babae, only once, okay, parang permitted pa yun. Pag balikan mo, naging twice, naging thrice, at tinitigan mo, ibang klase na yun. Okay.
Adultery, Pastor.
Ha?
If we have to look into the woman, it's very seductive in nature. Are we committing
Hindi. Dinilipay ni Kristo ito ah. Looks at a woman to lust. Ang ibig sabihin, hindi lang tumitingin ka, kundi merong pagnanasa. Yun, that defines the point. Looking with pagnanasa.
May pastor, kadali pastor. How can you define pagnanasa if you're just only looking for a beautiful woman? Especially nowadays that they are now wearing, nowadays, they are inviting trouble.
Meron merong tinatawag na appreciation. Okay, you appreciate na maganda siya, you can appreciate someone. Pero, ang sinabi ni Kristo kasi ito, pag nanasa, ibang klase yun. Ibang klase yun. Okay. We can appreciate. Anyway, the woman also can appreciate someone who is guwapo. Pero, iba ng klase. Pag meron na yung ganun. No? Committed adultery with her in his heart. Meaning, yung puso natin ay connected with our mind. Oh, committed na. Adultery. Okay. Now, you become what you think. Proverbs 23 verse 7. For as he thinks in his heart, so is he. Anong ibig sabihin? Kung ano ang iniisip mo ngayon, ikaw yun. At you will become what you think now. You become what you think. Kung nag-iisip ka na ikaw ay mahirap at bukas mag-iisip ka pa rin na ikaw mahirap, paano ka maging mayaman if you do not change your thoughts? Pag mag-iisip ka palagi about sex, you will become sexy. Kaya immorality will only happen when you are always thinking about that. Hindi ba nangyayari yun sa tinatawag sa psychology na daydreaming? At maraming hindi nakakaiwas ng daydreaming. Thinking during the day, not during the night. At naglalaro yung isip. And many times people are tempted to do that. Okay, another verse here is, you are shaped by your thoughts. So, be careful how you think. So, ito naman, parang bawala ito. Be careful how you think. Your life is shaped by your thoughts. Kaya, sinasabi ko sa mga mahihirap, paano kayo umuunlad? Dahil sa puso at sa salita at sa isip ninyo ay palaging mahirap. Pero once you change, tinuturuan ko yung mga yung mga security guards, yung nasa sa merkado itong stores lang, yung mga tinda-tinda ng mga bunay, kahit anong yung mga pagkain na finger food, nagtinda. Tinuturuan ko nila paano mag-isip. At sinabi ko na pagdating ng 10 years, milyonaryo ka na. Paano yun? Paano maging milyonaryo? After 10 years, milyonaryo na ako. At tinuturuan ko sila mag-isip para maging mayaman. Dahil sa isip, hindi maging mayaman ng tao pag nag-isip siya palagi. Walang progress sa buhay nila pag mag-isip. Meron isang teacher, nagkagabi lang, napansin ko, bumarada. Tapos habang ako kumakain ng itlog, bumili kasi ako ng itlog. Tapos gumanon siya, pumunta sa may-ari ng nagtitinda ng itlog. Tapos binigay yung pera na merong parang booklet. Iko, ma'am, mopay ka, nag-inegosyo ka. Ang big-sabi, ibang isip sa teacher na ito, may sweldo na siya at meron pang extra income niya. Ibig sabihin, yun ang mga isip ng prosperous teachers. I admire that, na hindi lang sa basic salary niya, pero may mga extra hanap buhay pa siya. Yun ang tinuturo ko ng pag-iisip. Kailangan ng mga tao ng financial literacy din. Okay. At dito, tinuturuan tayo na mag-iisip upang hindi tayo mapunta. We will not fall into immorality. Tinuturuan tayo na to be very careful what we have to think. Okay. Another one. Hindi naman siguro. Kuya? Medyo ikon na dito, i-click. Okay. Okay, para hindi na tayo mag-iisip, there are providing sources of danger na dapat hindi natin puntahan, hindi natin gagawin. Look, sides of the nude body of the opposite sex. Kahit sa internet, kung pwede lang. Huwag kang tumingin. Okay. Touches. If they are intended to arouse the sexual passion. Kung mayroong ganun. Pag wala, okay lang. Kissing. A passionate kissing. Para yun sa mga teenage. Teenage girl, teenage boy. Feeding. It means hugging, embracing, or caressing of the body. Pag hindi ito iiwasan ng mga high schoolers, junior high, senior high, pag hindi ito iiwasan, dahil ito ang tinatawag na forbidden sources of danger, sasabihin natin sila, dito, very dangerous ito na lugar na ito. At yung mga ganun, kung pwede iiwasan yun, ituturo natin yun sa kanila. Anyway, meron kayong ganito as a material. So, madali na lang ito, ituturo natin sa kanila. At ito naman, how to postpone sexual involvement. Okay, postpone muna dahil hindi pa panahon. Pag mag-asawa na, pwede na. Okay, di ba? Kailan maging pwede? Siyempre, kung mag-asawa na. Hindi yung boy and girlfriend relationship, pwede na. Hindi. Kahit boyfriend o girlfriend, hindi po pwede. Okay. Avoid all kinds of things or places that can tempt you, weaken your good judgment, or jeopardize your self-control. Minsan, yung mga young people, sasabihin, kaya ko yun, kaya ko mag-i-control. Pumunta sila doon sa mga lugar na hindi pwede. Kaya pupunta, nanonood sila ng mga movies na, anong klaseng movie? Yung R and X. Okay. Tapos, shows in the internet and video. You cannot postpone sexual involvement pag nanonood ka sa internet at tumitingin ka sa video. You cannot postpone. Isolated spots, taking drugs or alcohol, and dating alone. Okay. Yung mga nag-date na mga teenage boy and girl, karaman sa ira, namiminggod itong serum. Kaya ano manggod? Kaya ano manggod sa serum? May daman hayag. Ang uso sa to sa balay, mag-date. Balay ni tatay, ni nanay san babae. Sa akong panahon sa to. Sa akong panahon sa to dito, namisita. Sa balay san babae. Oo, sa akong panahon. Pero ano, yung tamanina, iba naman. Okay. I think we can go back sa to nga panahon kung pwede. That's why marami ngayon tinatawag natin teenage pregnancy. Dahil itong mga practices wala na. Wala na yung mga conservative principles ng mga parents. Because, social values, moral values starts at home. Yung mga parents, hinahayaan na nilang gawin ito sa mga anak. So, I think as educators, siguro we reorient them kung ano ang dapat to avoid and what to do. Oo. Okay, how to say no. Ituro din natin ito. Okay. Sasabihin ng lalaki, come on, just this once. What is your answer? That's exactly what I'm afraid of. I'd rather save myself for someone who will love me for life. Pag sasabihin niya, if you love me, you'd let me. Anong sasabihin mo? Okay. Those are only tips. Pero pwede natin ituturo ito sa mga, as I said, mga grade 5, grade 6 students, high schoolers. Okay. Come on, just this once. That's exactly what I'm afraid of. I'd rather save my... kung mga yan, waray pa kita mag-isdog. I promise we will use condoms every time. Ano ibabaton? Okay. Okay, that's right. Okay, don't you love me enough to have sex with me? What is your answer? Okay. What are you afraid of? Okay, mga tao ngayon, hindi na natatakot sa HIV. Pero you know what? According to the information in Calbayog City, tumataas na ang bilang ng HIV cases. Magtanong kayo sa mga health centers natin kung meron silang information, kung meron bang bago. Parang more or less 50 na ang cases sa Calbayog sa HIV. So nag-increase na yung cases dahil sa immorality and some practices na hindi kaya ng Diyos sa Diyos. Maybe you just don't like girls. What is your answer? Okay, para yan sa mga lalaki. Dahil minsan yung mga lalaki tinitimp ng mga babae. So pwede yun. What's wrong with you? Oh, okay, that's right. Okay, that's right. Okay, when all is fails, anong gagawin ng tao? Yeah, kung di pwede baribaran, you have to run. Okay, escape. In the Bible, there is a story. Joseph, one of the sons of Jacob, the patriarch of the Old Testament. Si Joseph, gustong yung asawa ni Potiphar, yung pinaka-chief ng Egypt, para siyang chief steward. Meron siyang asawa na may gusto kay Joseph. And Joseph ran away, escaped, but he was accused na nagre-rape dahil naiwan yung yung t-shirt niya siguro, yung, or parang cloth niya nga, dito, naiwan eh. So he was accused, he was imprisoned. But the Lord made him prime minister of Egypt during his time. Why? Because he escaped from immorality. He ran away from immorality. That's why the Lord blessed him so much. Okay, I'd like to tell the story about being you as the champion. Alam niyo ito. Ito ang sperm cell ng tatay mo. At ikaw yun. Your life is just running a race. Marami kayo. Naghahabulan. But you are the winner. You are the winner to meet the excel of your mother. Kaya natin maging victorious about immorality. Any practice of immorality, any form of immorality and corruption, kaya natin labanan. We can fight what is right and for the right. Dahil noon pa, nung excel ka pa, you are, excel, sperm cell ka pa, you are the winner. Nagkakaroon ng meeting with the sperm cell and egg cell at ikaw ay naging tao. Bakit ikaw naging tao? Ngayon, you are what you are in your position because you will always win and you are the winner. So do not be discouraged when problems come, when trials come, and when temptations come. Just go on and move on. Kahit anong mangyayari. Diba? Minsan, kung merong nawawala ng loved ones sa pamilya natin, we are depressed. But I know, you are an overcomer. You will always win, and you are the champion. Kung champion ka noon, sa hindi ka pa, your mother given birth to you, ang ibig sabihin, you are still an overcomer. You are that strong. Malakas ka. Lalo na ngayon, malakas ka na. Dahil meron ng, mas malakas ka ngayon dahil nandito ka na sa Moral Transformation Program. PMT. So, continue to win. Continue to be the champion. Good afternoon to everyone.